Scorpio, looks like you got something coming your way, a little bit of trouble in terms of a greedy person who wants to get their hands on some money. I feel like there's some kind of dispute going on here, some kind of argument, and money is at the center of it. This could be something going on in the work arena, certainly. And somebody here is on the attack. They are very greedy. They want to get their hands on something that is rightfully yours. So I do feel you got a little standoff energy here. This could even be related to somebody that you were involved with in the past romantically that's coming back around. They feel like they should be able to have access to some kind of come up you have going on here. They feel like it's a little bit of bad luck that you two had a falling out right as you're about to be on the rise, about to have a rise in fortunes here, okay? So maybe this is somebody that sort of like discarded you and now they see that things are starting to turn around for you. Maybe they are the very thing that was holding you back, okay? Now this could be that this was somebody you were partnering with on something on a business level. It could be an old lover, okay? But either way, the thrill is gone, I got, okay? Where there was an amicable partnership, something has fallen to the wayside, and now there's some kind of dispute. Somebody feels like they should have a share in whatever kind of assets you're gaining here. There could be a house involved in this for some of you, okay? This could be related to some kind of inheritance, or this could be in relation to the ending of a significant relationship, the divvying up of assets, especially in terms of like a divorce or a long-standing commitment, whether that commitment be related to romance or purely business, okay? I feel like both can apply. It just depends on the situation. And we're going to dive right into it. We're going to get some messages for you for this particular lunar cycle that was kicked off with the Pisces new moon back on the 27th of February. And we'll be coming to a culmination point with the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse that will arrive on the scene on the 14th of this month. All right, so let's see what we got here for you, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck. Oh, we got a little temptation here. We do have, maybe somebody got some kind of tip about how they could have some advantage in the financial arena. And maybe, somebody is getting some advice from an outside party here. They're kind of whispering in their ear. And now you got all of these sort of snakes in the grass huddling around here, trying to figure out how can we sort of part Scorpio from what they've rightfully earned here, right? There's some desire for power in a situation. There's some desire for some kind of come up in a situation that wasn't rightfully earned by a person, though. This could have even caused like disruption in a partnership. It could have caused disruption in a romantic partnership. This could have caused disruption in a business partnership. I do feel like somebody chose to head in a new direction here. They brought an old cycle to a close. And they're heading on up to their north node here. There very well could be a house factoring into this situation as one of the potential assets. But I do feel like somebody is looking at things dead on. They're not afraid about what may come at them. They do have a goal. Their direction's on lock here. And I do feel like they got a plan that they're setting in motion here, and it's going to lead them all the way up to the North Node destiny there. But we do see that there's some secret energy operating in this situation. And with this particular lunar cycle, it does tie back to the eclipse season that was going down in October of last year. So there could be something coming back around the bend. And we do see there is some argument here. There also is money involved, and there's little intel going on here. Somebody here has been keeping the faith, they've been doing what they need to do to advance. I feel especially in the financial arena or in regard to some assets that are rightfully theirs. They may really be trying to exercise faith, but I feel like there's another person in this situation that's sort of playing the role of martyr, and they feel like they should be cut in on that. but I don't feel like they really have right to it. But I do feel like there's like something hatching behind the scenes here. Okay. So let me get some more information about this. One more round of this, and then I'm going to pull out my Shadow Light playing cards, see what other information I can get here. Yeah, I mean, I see like you've been working really hard here. You've had to make some tough calls too, you know, and I do feel like you chose to sort of go your own way in a situation where you were tired of sort of lugging everyone behind you. You were doing most of the work. You had most of the burden on your shoulders here. I do feel like you had loyalty to whoever you were working with here, whether it was a romantic relationship or whether it was a business partnership. But somewhere along the line, you were like, look, you know, you all are getting a free ride on my expertise. You know, this is my idea. This is my brainchild. This is my baby. And I've been putting in the work and I've made my own lane here. And now you expect me to sort of just take this extra weight and, you know, drag you behind me. You're slowing me down. So I do feel like in some respect, you decided to go your own way. You decided to go your own way because you got tired of having to be the one that was, you know, doing most of the work, taking most of the responsibility, and yet everybody else was taking advantage of the situation. And yeah, I feel like this comes as a big tower to somebody here. They weren't anticipating this. They sort of thought that, you know, you know, they were just going to be able to, you know, come along for the ride here. And I think while you do have fond feelings towards this person, I don't think that there's any kind of real like animosity there. You'd rather just sort of part amicably here. You don't want there to be any hard feelings, anything like that. This person may feel a little bit envious because they feel like you're off to some like magical new beginning and they're sort of left behind dealing with a bunch of drudgery. But there really is this piece about you did the work to lay the foundation of this fresh start that you got here, Scorpio. And it does really feel like a tower to somebody else in this situation. But I got like this message about hard work is really about to pay off for you, right? So let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. I mean, the issue is the money. The issue is the money with the 10 of diamonds, and it is a source of dispute. And there you are, you know, taking charge. You've been doing the work. You've been following your heart. You really feel like you're aligned with your direction forward. And it doesn't matter, you know, whether you're a woman or a man, you're in this very like masculine, take charge, very focused energy here. And it's all in relation to your work. But there's something here where there's other people are having an issue with you advancing. Now, they could even be trying to get in the way of your work. They could be trying to slant public opinion about you, causing you some issues here. And I do feel this is in relation to people that you used to be close with, and you've had some kind of falling out here. Something is soured. It could even be a friendship circle, but I do feel like you're going to find out what's been going on. Maybe you've been coming across some sort of like dead ends just as things were picking up traction, or you feel like you're dealing with some problems like where's my clientele going? Like, I don't know. I'm picking up something where you've been dealing with some challenges in relation to your work or finances, something you're supposed to rightfully receive here. And I do feel like you're going to learn here who's been sort of mucking things up, who's been causing problems, who's been bending the rules in their favor and playing some games in relation with your assets here. And I think when you find out about this, you may be on the attack. Like, you're really going to want to bring this to an end because you're going to recognize that certain energies that you were very loyal to have been causing a lot of problems for you. And if they think you're not going to defend what's rightfully yours, they got another thing coming here. I do feel like you're going to be really adamant about this, making sure that you're protecting what's yours, what you rightfully earned, and you're not about to stop. Like, you are definitely pressing forward here. And you did walk away from these people. You did. Whoever this is, whether this was a lover, whether this was a business partner, or perhaps a group of friends, whatever this is, you walked away from it. You realized there's no way for me to go forward here at all. And you cut this off, okay? Because you realized it was an impediment. Whatever this was holding you back from some kind of success. And you just felt like, you know what? I'm better off if I go my own way. I'm going to advance a lot faster. And since I'm the one that's doing all the work anyway, then I'm the one who should receive all the benefits, all the accolades, all the rewards here, right? Let me get some more details about this. This could even be a relationship where you had a lot of mutual assets and things are getting a little prickly here, you know, arguing over who gets what, you know. I think what it really is, though, whatever this is, there's been some kind of split up here, okay? You either parted from a lover or you parted from a certain friend group or you parted from a business partner. And now it's sort of like the person being left behind is realizing that you're doing better off without them. And they have an issue with this. Like, you weren't supposed to advance without them. You were supposed to fall flat on your face. Yeah, what's that just landed there? It's coming up in the shadow. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, look at this. You have some victory coming in here for you. It's a big win. But people have an issue with this, and they're trying to block your success here. That's what this is. They want you to be on the losing end. And see, they're on the losing end here. They're losing out because you parted ways with them. See how this 5 of diamonds is sort of separated here. So there's been some kind of rift. There's also been some line drawn in the sand, like you're not going to cross over this line. And I do feel like there's news coming in about this game that's heading your way, and this is causing others to feel like they're losing and they're not having none of that. I do feel like they're trying to block off this new beginning for you, this financial advance for you, this moment of success for you. There's some sabotaging energy here. There is. And you may not be aware of this right now. You may have just been noticing. You've been dealing with some challenges. Look at this. King of Diamonds in the shadow. I mean, this is absolutely like some kind of business competitor. This could have been a partner that you were with on a level where, you know, you could have been romantically involved with this person. Maybe you lived with this person or you were married to this person. It could be an earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, also Taurus rising, you're a Scorpio descendant. So this could be coming in very strongly for you. I think that this is something that, you know, you've been a little bit in the dark about. Like, you know, something hasn't felt right, that you haven't had all the details. And I do feel like when you find out what's been going on here, I don't think you're going to be suffering any fools, because you really should have hit the mark a long time ago. I feel like there's something you should have received here a long time ago, but there's been interference with it, and something has been keeping you from getting to this arrival point, and you worked really hard for this. All right, so do expect this to sort of come to a head. This is a theme that's being introduced in this lunar cycle. Now, we know with eclipse season on the scene here, there will be details that aren't readily evident. Usually things sort of, you know, reveal themselves in stages in eclipse season. But whatever this is, you'll know what this is because you really started feeling thwarted back in the fall of last year, okay? And you just felt like something was off, but you didn't really understand what was going on. You noticed a sudden decline in clients, a sudden decline in profits, or perhaps it was just really hard for you to get a job if you've been out of work for a while, or there could have been some kind of ending of a relationship, and then you had to start the process of divvying up assets, and it just felt like you weren't having things sort of come together with the sort of ease that you were anticipating. It just felt like a lot of blockage energy. This is going to start to be illuminated for you, crossing energy. I mean, it very well could be something that has a love component involved in this situation, okay? It could be that somebody got involved with somebody else, and that person was sort of like a little bit of a gold digger energy. And so now they want to try to get their hands on your assets too. This might be prodded on by an ex-lover, this energy coming in here. There's definitely like major betrayal here with the 5 of spades coming up in the shadow. But what I got is that this alignment's coming in for you. And it was 15:11 on the clock. So your visions are coming to fruition. And what's rightfully yours is secured. But I think you should be aware that you're going to get some pushback around this. And it's better to know, you know, than to be kind of like blindsided here. I do feel like there's a feminine in this situation that's on the attack, but if the feminine's on the attack, she's on the attack because she's being prodded on by a masculine. I feel that like very strongly. Yeah. You see, we got the King of Spades here coming up in the shadow, right? So this is definitely related to some ex of yours, an ex of yours that has a bone to pick, okay? And they want a piece of that pie. I see it with the 3 of diamonds. Like there's some breakthrough coming in your work that is going to be like wish fulfillment for you. It's like, I finally made it. Like you've been working really hard to hit a certain goal. You've been trying to get some kind of traction here. And you've just felt like no matter what you've done, you've been coming up short. And what the blocking force was, you're about to have everything revealed to you. Do expect to hear strong words from an ex, okay? The energy is coming up very powerfully masculine. And I do feel where there is a love component involved, because for some of you there is, that's not everybody's story, but it is for some of you. It is their current partner that's really like pushing them to fight you on this, okay? There's a lot of bitterness here. So we got earth sign energy out here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we also have air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? Let me do a kind of the deck here, see what we got. I mean, this has been through a lot. You've been held up for a long time here. I see that, but nobody's going to stop these ships from coming in for you. And yeah, this has something to do. Look at this. Big earth sign energy, okay? So yeah, this is somebody that you used to be romantically involved with here. And it's their current partner that's really pushing them to get their hands on this money. See, this is like this energy here where it's like, this is one of the options, okay? This is whoever that they're involved with now. So I don't know if you were dealing with a situation where maybe somebody was a little bit of a player, somebody was stepping outside of the relationship, they had their little entourage of groupies here or something. I feel like they're wanting to gain some assets. It could be that, you know, your ex here, for those of you that applies, your ex here really wasn't the breadwinner, wasn't the one who had all the finances. You were the one who had all the assets. And so it's sort of like one of their options that they ended up teaming up with here. It looks like they might actually be in a committed situation now, is realizing that, you know, the one who held all the money is, you know, is off, you know, is not part of this scenario. And so they feel a little duped here. I also feel like if this is a former business partner of yours, whoever's partnering with them now, they may even be somebody that they have romantic involvement with. I got that piece. But they're realizing that you were the brains behind everything. Like you were the one that, you know, had the idea. You were the one that, you know, is sort of like what gets this thing moving here. Without you, there's no way to get the traction or have the success. So I do feel like there's been a little bit of confusion around this situation, a little bit of illusion, but something's coming in here and it's really going to fill your cup. I do feel like your desires are being met here. It looks really good. So where somebody tried to steal away this fulfillment for you, this success that's been earmarked for you, time's up on that, because divine play is at hand and something is about to turn out in your favor, much to their chagrin.